Hey, y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides. Here we go. Over the past weekend, Ricky Girard and his fiancee Michelle got married in what was a very intimate setting in the countryside. I saw that some proven athletes were there, of course. Afi Sagafi had posted to her story a photograph of her from the World Fitness Project, and it appears as if the photographer edited out the cross necklace that she wears during competition. Sparked up a little bit of controversy there. Why would you feel the need to edit that out? She did reach out to the World Fitness Project. They explained that yes, it was edited, but that they want the athletes to be able to express themselves on the floor so it won't happen again. But the fact that it even happened in the first place is crazy. I went and looked at the specific photographer's art, we'll call it, right? Her photography. And a lot of her stuff just seemed very dark and demonic. One was a photograph of somebody with their eyes like blacked out, and the caption said, "One mutilation under God." Longtime coach and member of training think tank Kyle Ruth has announced that he has parted ways. I'm hearing there is a lot of drama going on over there, which is really unfortunate considering that Gabby Magala just switched to training think tank. Hopefully, none of the drama that's happening affects her and her comeback season. Patrick Vellner made the announcement that he will return to the CrossFit Games season.
You've all been on this ride with me, and I wanted to let you know what I'll be up to in my last season. Show up one last time for all the people who showed up for me over the years and finish the season with absolute certainty that I have nothing left to give.
Now, instead of Monday morning starting off with lots of hype and promotion of the CrossFit Open, guessing the workout based off of Dave's obvious hints, all the talk in the space was Andrew Hiller and Taylor Self. And it hasn't stopped. Andrew Hiller released a video titled "The Worst Show on the Internet" about Kill Taylor. And I think it's mixed reviews from the people I've talked to as far as, is this a hit piece? Is this constructive criticism? Is it both? That resulted in a response from Taylor on a live show, which was then followed by a response to his response to Hiller's response by Hiller and Tyler while Hiller is on vacation in Hawaii. What a day to be in CrossFit media. Missiles were fired, and for once, Wooly is sitting on the sidelines with his bag of popcorn. So the big question is, are Taylor Self and Andrew Hiller still friends?
Hiller's dead to me. Dead to me.
Likely no. Taylor doesn't hate Hiller, but I don't think you're going to find them sitting down having a meal together anytime soon. And really, can you blame him? Do you want to be close friends with someone who is willing to exploit your friendship all in the name of clicks and views? And I was just trying to help you.
Always about the viewer at the expense of his friends, at the expense of the truth, at the expense of doing what's right, at the expense of any sort of objective morality, at the expense of your own soul. It's always about the viewer.
So what started off as back and forth in a comment section about a dumbbell overhead snatch position has now turned into what feels like a very public celebrity breakup. And after seeing Hiller's video, I had so many questions. Some of the questions that popped in my head were, why is he doing this in his hotel room? Although he has put out content in the past while he's been traveling. But if he had been thinking about this for a really long time, why now? While you're on vacation in Hawaii. I was also thinking, why release this Monday, the week the Open is starting? Could this not wait a couple weeks? Could this not have maybe been done a couple weeks before this? Which makes me think something happened. Something triggered him to want to do this right in this moment. Did they have a disagreement off social media that nobody knows about? Was it just about a dumbbell snatch? So Taylor went live, response to Hiller, all by himself.
The views and the clicks are a partial priority, but they're not the entire priority. My business isn't YouTube, and I'm not in the business of creating videos and content to drive people to a certain place.
Taylor goes through Hiller's video point by point. Taylor addressed the main concern in the comment sections, which is the new format. And the reason for the format change, something that Hiller left out of his video. So Taylor felt like it was important to address that for context. So everybody knows he didn't just change it because he felt like it. Something actually happened to initiate that change.
Yeah, it was just wild.
You spent some time with the baby,
Yeah, and like held them together and
the baby's still attached with the umbilical cord when you're
Yeah.
doing that.
yeah, for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
And it's a baby. It has like hands and feet and
Yeah, toenails and
Oh shit.
fingers and just like it was a
But regardless of the reason for the format change, Taylor did make it very clear that he is going to take some feedback from the video. He has some ideas for new formats.
But at the same time, I have no interest in doing a show that is overly stressful, that I don't want to do every week, or that I don't have fun on.
For me personally, the argument about, oh, my kids can't watch it, it's too much cursing, it's too much this or that, it's like, okay, great. I mean, you don't let your kids watch 50 Shades of Grey with you, do you? Or what's that gay porn honky show? Somebody sent me a clip once. Oh, yeah, Heated Rivalries. I'm sure you're not letting your kids watch that. And they've said many times on the show, don't let your kids watch this. They talk about Pool Boy's intro being the best thing about the show, which is crazy because a lot of his language, Pool Boy's F-bombs mixed with clips of Taylor. So that kind of contradicts the argument about the whole cursing thing. You can't say that Pool Boy's the best part and say that cursing is the problem. And yeah, Taylor doesn't use certain language in certain scenarios, like when we're at Wadapalooza under a media credential. I mean, no shit.
But I'm going to show some respect and not do that. It's just like when I'm in my house. If I want to take a shit with the door open and Lizzie's got to smell that, it's my fucking house. It's her house too, but she married me. Tough shit. My fucking house. I can shit with the door open. I can leave a floater in the toilet if I want to too, but I'm not going to go to Brent Fikowski's house, shit with the door open, ask him to come hand me a roll of toilet paper and forget to flush.
I think the biggest thing for Taylor and for even me personally is the friendship aspect. Hey, why didn't you just have a phone call with Taylor about this? Hash this out off air. Why so public? And to which Hiller says, I don't do phone calls. I make videos. I don't do phone calls. I make videos. And that also is not entirely accurate. Taylor does apologize several times for showing his butthole. There was something in there about the programming. I know that there were some suggestions to change the programming from some people, but the whole premise of the show is so Taylor can create a workout that no one can beat him at. It's like, no, bye, Felicia. Don't watch, don't participate. Hiller mentions in that video that he does his research, and there's no doubt that he spends a tremendous amount of time on perfecting his craft and doing research for these videos. But he did also forget that he was on the Kill Taylor show when Colton beat Jason. That one went down in history of Kill Taylors. So it's crazy that he forgot that. And Colton had to remind him in a comment section.
Where it was Colton who had called in and done a workout, and then Jason called in and then had beaten Colton, and both of them had killed Taylor.
Can't get this anywhere else on fucking YouTube in the CrossFit space.
Hopper's not mad.
Jason. You suck.
Taylor addresses the consistency, days, and times of the show.
Hey, I don't care if you're confused. When I'm sick, I'm not going to do it. When I'm traveling to events and coaching, I'm not going to do it and I'll reschedule. And when my wife's in the fucking hospital and we changed the format because my baby died, I'm not going to do it.
Not to mention, Taylor owns Sentinel Training Programming.
I think if there's any place to look at content that I've focused hard on creating recently, it would be my Sentinel Training channel and the coaching tip videos that we do. That's content that I care about and things that I think that are important.
When anybody starts tracking new data, you need to be like, hey, be careful. Don't take it as gospel, right?
Hiller ends up in the live chat of that show.
You were. In November, you were, dude. You were in the group chat November 28th in the locker room, which is where I sent it. That's a lie. Were you not in the locker room? Seriously? That's crazy. You were in the group chat where I said, hey guys, my son died.
That show ends, and then Hiller schedules a live show. Taylor did his review alone, but Hiller has Tyler on with his review. I don't know, maybe he felt like he needed an ally from the locker room to justify some of his points, or maybe because they left the chat at the same time. I personally don't think that the 19-minute live went as well as they thought it would.
Live. You've got to stop going live. And probably more acutely, you've got to stop going live without a plan.
It sounded more like they were even further trying to campaign against Taylor and campaign against Sevon and the locker room people. Oh, they weren't nice to me. They didn't like my ideas. I have to leave.
But I was no longer fond of, maybe to your own extent, sharing a thought and just getting pummeled for it. And then I would make content on it. And I make content, and I wanted to make content.
They spoke in metaphors a lot. Something about forests and trees and North Stars and pointing at the moon or planets. I don't even know. It was weird. Tyler mentions several times, and he's very adamant about this, that he was kicked out of Kill Taylor. It's factually incorrect. He sent a very long-winded text.
I was asked to leave the Kill Taylor show immediately after.
After what?
After voicing my thoughts on our views dipping and that we should talk about it or fix it.
And shortly after he sent that, he was thanked for his time on Kill Taylor. That was it. Thank you for your time on Kill Taylor. And he then left the conversation. November 9th, 4:59 p.m. Tyler Watkins left the conversation.
With 100% certainty, I bet 2 inches of my cock on it that Tyler was never kicked off of Kill Taylor. I never saw his feedback the first time. I saw him, he angrily shared his feedback the second time. That's fine. I'm more than happy with feedback.
I mean, he could pull that up on Barbell Spin and he can read it to you and he can show it to you.
I felt like I couldn't talk about that changing.
Well, you couldn't. You got kicked out for it.
Right.
He could even share his innovative ideas that he had with you. He doubles down several times. I was kicked the fuck out and apologizes for cursing.
Well, it's different because it wasn't your story to tell that I got kicked out. It's mine.
So if you don't like the responses that are given and then you decide to leave, that's on you.
That I left the group for politics, and because I was tired of having like my thoughts about like my CrossFit content creation being snuffed to my own fault.
Is it just that your ideas got shut down? But then are you also saying that you can't take the criticism about your ideas, therefore now after being in the group chat for many years and being a part of groupthink, even dating back to when Halpin and Brian were in it, that now you don't like groupthink? Taylor does point out that he regrets showing the text messages with Brian. Him and Brian have been friends all along. I've personally never been so desperate for a friend that I'm willing to just sit back and let them publicly destroy me, not once, but 2 times. But also Brian's into some weird shit, so there's that. Allegedly. Some tard in the live chat actually said, this all started when Dents came around. And I'm thinking, I started in what, October 24? And these guys left the chat in January of 2026. So no. What did happen around January? The end of January. I don't know where we go from here, but I did just see this morning that Hiller then put out another video. This one is post-production. I think because the live one was just
Live. You've got to stop going live. And probably more acutely, you've got to stop going live without a plan.
And it's safe to assume, since Taylor said he's going to start reviewing Hiller shows, that he'll probably review that one. I would just say to the people with all the innovative ideas, the Brian Friends, the Tylers, Will Morads, if y'all think you can do it better, do it better. You have the platform to do it. Now, can we just get back to talking about the CrossFit Open? Because the 26.1 announcement is today. And I'm freaking pumped. And you should be too.
She say what she want, no filter, no flinch, dropping CrossFit T with a snatch and a twist.
That dense bitch